My fiancée said, "Your proposal wasn't good enough. I need you to do it again." I said, "You deserve better." So I hired a billboard company. What she read driving to work the next morning wasn't another proposal. Original post: I, 35 male, proposed to Jessica, 32, 6 months ago. We'd been together 4 years, living together for 2. I thought I nailed it. Sunset at the vineyard where we had our first date, her favorite flowers everywhere, a photographer hiding in the bushes. The ring? 3 months of my salary. She said yes. Posted it everywhere. Friends and family congratulated us. Started planning the wedding immediately. Then last Tuesday happened. We were at dinner with her friends when one of them, Brittany, started talking about how her boyfriend proposed at the Eiffel Tower with a flash mob. Jessica got quiet. On the drive home, she dropped the bomb. "I've been thinking, your proposal wasn't really that special." "What? I mean, a vineyard? That's so basic." Brittany's was in Paris. Miranda's boyfriend shut down Times Square. Even my sister got a hot air balloon proposal. I pulled over. "Jess, you said it was perfect. You cried. You said yes." She sighed like I was a child who didn't understand basic math. "I said yes because I love you, but I need you to do it again. Properly this time. Something that shows you really value me." "You want me to propose again? We're already engaged." "Not really," she said, pulling off the ring. "Not until you do it right. I deserve a proposal story I'm proud to tell." My stomach dropped. "Are you seriously holding our engagement hostage over this?" "Don't be dramatic. I just want what every woman wants, to feel special. Is that too much to ask?" I sat there, gripping the steering wheel, watching her put my grandmother's diamond ring into her purse like it was a costume jewelry. "You know what? You're right," I said quietly. "You deserve better." She smiled, patting my hand. "I knew you'd understand. Maybe somewhere tropical, or you could rent out a stadium. I'll figure something out." She kissed my cheek. "Make it soon. Brittany's wedding is in 3 months, and I want to have a better story than hers." That night, while she was pinning proposal ideas on Pinterest and sending them to me, I made a different kind of plan. Update 1. The next morning, Jessica was practically glowing. She'd already told her mom and sisters that I was planning something spectacular for the re-proposal. "Mom wants to know if she should fly in," she said over breakfast. I told her probably, since you're obviously going big this time. "Tell her to wait," I said. "I want it to be a surprise." She spent the next 3 days dropping hints. Showed me a video of someone proposing via skywriting, an article about a guy who hired an orchestra, someone who carved their proposal into a corn maze. "Just making sure you have inspiration," she'd say. Meanwhile, I was busy with my own preparations. First, I called my jeweler, explained the situation. He was horrified. "She gave back your grandmother's ring? The one you had reset specifically for her? Currently sitting in her purse like a participation trophy." He offered to help however he could. Next, I called a lawyer friend, asked some hypothetical questions about engagement rings and gifts. Very enlightening conversation. Then came the main event. I contacted a billboard company, not for 1 billboard, for 3, strategically placed on Jessica's exact route to work. The sales rep was confused. "You want to propose via billboard? That's romantic, I guess, but..." "Not exactly a proposal," I said. "More like a public service announcement." I sent him the designs. He laughed so hard he had to put me on hold. "Sir, I need to run this by my manager." "But this is incredible." Friday night, Jessica was practically vibrating with anticipation. "Sarah from work said she saw you at the jeweler's," she squealed. "Are you getting an even bigger ring?" "Just handling some business. And Mom said you called asking for her blessing again." "That's so sweet, though unnecessary, since you already have it." Her mom had actually called me, horrified when she heard Jessica's demand. "This isn't how I raised her," she'd said. "Do what you need to do, honey." Saturday night, Jessica could barely sleep. "I just have this feeling tomorrow's the day. You've been so secretive. Is it happening at brunch? Oh my God, are you taking me somewhere?" "Just get some sleep," I said. "Tomorrow's going to be memorable." Sunday morning. Jessica was up at 6 a.m., full makeup, curled hair, wearing her best dress. "I'm ready for whatever you have planned," she announced. "Actually, I have to run to the office real quick. Forgot something important." Her face fell. "On a Sunday?" "But," I thought, "why don't you go to brunch with Brittany? I'll meet you after." She was furious but tried to hide it. Fine, but this better not mean you're postponing. Trust me, everything is happening exactly as planned. She left at 8 a.m., her usual route to downtown. I'd timed it perfectly. My phone rang at 8:07. Update 2. What the hell is this? I could hear car horns in the background. Jessica was screaming. What's wrong, babe? The billboard. The giant billboard on Route 9. What billboard? The one with my face on it that says Jessica thinks your proposal wasn't good enough with my Instagram handle. Oh, that billboard. There's another one. Oh my God, it says she gave the ring back and demanded a redo. Technically accurate. Mitchell, there's a third one with screenshots of my texts. Ah yes, the texts where she'd told Brittany that my proposal was basically poverty level and that she was training me to do better. Everyone can see this. Everyone driving to downtown can see this. My coworkers, my family, the whole city. You wanted a memorable proposal story. Now you have one. This isn't a proposal. Correct. It's actually an unproposal. Those billboards will be up for a month, by the way. Paid in advance. Non-refundable. She was sobbing now. How could you do this to me? The same way you could hand back my grandmother's ring and demand I perform like a trained SEAL for your Instagram followers. Take them down. Now. Can't. Like I said, non-refundable. Oh, and check the 4th billboard on Main Street. There's a 4th? That one's my personal favorite. I heard her car accelerating, then more screaming. The 4th billboard was simple. Mitchell is now single and accepting applications, no proposals necessary. Jessica's ring being donated to charity. You're donating my ring? My grandmother's ring, which he so thoughtfully returned. The Children's Hospital is very grateful for the donation. They're naming a playroom after Grandma. I'm keeping the ring. Actually, you're not. Check your purse. Silence. Then frantic rustling. It's how, when did you? Last night while you were shower singing about your upcoming proposal. Replaced it with a cubic zirconia. Figured you couldn't tell the difference between real and fake anyway. Her friend started calling me within minutes. Brittany first. You're a monster. She's hyperventilating. She's right, she deserved better. So now she's free to find it. Her mom called next, but it wasn't what I expected. Mitchell, honey, I saw the billboards. I'm mortified, but honestly, good for you. She needed this wake-up call. I've been biting my tongue for years about her behavior. The social media explosion was instant. Jessica's Instagram went from 5K followers to 50K in 3 hours. But not the kind of attention she wanted. Comments ranged from "gold digger got exposed" to "this is what entitlement looks like." She tried to do damage control, posting that it was all a misunderstanding and that I was emotionally abusive for publicly humiliating her. Then someone found and shared her Pinterest board titled, "Make him propose right." It had magazine articles about training your man and why you deserve multiple proposals. Game over. Update 3 Monday morning was chaos. Jessica's dad called me at 7 a.m. Gordon was old school, a veteran who'd built his plumbing business from nothing. Son, I saw everything online. Jessica's staying with us now. Her mother showed me the billboards on her way to church. I'm ashamed. Gordon, I'm sorry it came to this. Don't apologize. I've watched my daughter turn into someone I don't recognize. We gave her everything, and somewhere along the way, she decided that meant she deserved everything. You did what I should have done years ago. Showed her consequences. Then came the flying monkeys. Jessica's sister Ashley called, screaming about family humiliation and how I'd ruined Jessica's reputation. She ruined it herself when she decided Instagram likes were more important than genuine love. She's had to deactivate all her social media. Do you know how hard she worked for those followers? Sounds like a personal problem. Her friends group split. Half defended her, calling me toxic. The other half confessed they'd been waiting for someone to call her out for years. Miranda texted, honestly, she made fun of my engagement ring for being only 1 carat. Karma's real. But Jessica wasn't done. Tuesday afternoon, I got a call from my HR department. Mitchell, we received a complaint about the billboards. Jessica claims they constitute harassment and create a hostile work environment since some employees have seen them. Jessica doesn't work here. No, but she says your actions reflect poorly on the company. My manager actually laughed. Look, Mitchell, between us, those billboards are legendary. But officially I have to ask, Is there any threat of workplace violence or continued escalation? No, the billboards run their course and I'm done. Moving on with my life. Good. Oh, and my wife wants to know if you're really taking applications, asking for her sister. Wednesday, the plot thickened. Jessica hired a lawyer, a real one, sent a cease and desist demanding I remove the billboards and pay damages for defamation and emotional distress. My lawyer friend Jake took the case pro bono. His response was beautiful. The billboards contain factual statements and Miss Thompson's own words. Truth is an absolute defense against defamation. Furthermore, Miss Thompson publicly announced her relationship status change and ring return to multiple witnesses. No damages will be paid. The billboards remain as contracted. Then came the extinction burst, but not the usual kind. Jessica showed up at my apartment Thursday night, but not to yell or cry. She'd brought a camera crew. What is this? I'm a content creator, Mitchell. This is content. Confronting my toxic ex will get millions of views. The cameraman looked uncomfortable. Ma'am, he needs to consent to filming. He humiliated me publicly. I don't need his consent. Actually, you do, I said, holding up my phone, recording her recording me. And you're trespassing. Leave now or I call the cops. She tried to push past me. This is still my home too. No lease, no keys, no belongings here. You moved out 2 months ago, remember? When you said my apartment was too basic and went back to your parents. The cameraman was already backing away. Lady, I'm not catching a charge for your TikTok. She lost it. Started screaming about how I'd ruined her life, her reputation, her brand. Your brand was fake, built on making others feel less than. Consider this a rebrand opportunity. The cops arrived just as she was trying to kick my door in. Her designer heel broke in the process. He stole my engagement ring, she told the officers. I showed them the texts where she returned it, demanding a new proposal. Showed them the receipt for the billboard company, paid from my personal account. Showed them the donation receipt to the children's hospital. Ma'am, the older officer said, you need to leave, now. As they escorted her away, she screamed, you'll regret this. I'll make you famous. Already did that myself, thanks. Update 4. The next few days were relatively quiet. The billboards continued to generate buzz. Local news picked it up. Man uses billboards to unpropose after fiancé demands redo became a viral story. I got interview requests, declined them all. This wasn't about fame, it was about truth. Then Sunday happened. Jessica tried a new strategy. She got her church involved. The pastor called me. Mitchell, forgiveness is divine. Jessica's repentant and wants reconciliation. Has she actually apologized? Well, she's sorry about how things escalated, but not sorry for what she did. She feels you both made mistakes. Pass. Next, she tried the sympathy angle. Posted on her reinstated Instagram that she was suffering from depression and anxiety due to public bullying. The comments weren't kind. Girl, you bullied him into proposing twice. Anxiety about losing your meal ticket maybe, the depression of consequences. Her mom called me again. Mitchell, I need you to know something. We found Jessica's journal from last year. She wrote about how she was settling for you until someone richer came along. How your proposal was a placeholder until she found better. Gordon's heartbroken. I'm sorry, Beth. That must be hard to read. We failed somewhere as parents, but you didn't fail as a partner. Don't let her manipulation make you think otherwise. Week 2 of the billboards brought unexpected consequences. Jessica's employer called her in. Apparently, clients had seen the billboards and social media storm. Her position as a luxury brand consultant was undermined by her very public display of greed. She wasn't fired, but she was demoted to junior associate. Her salary cut in half. She tried to sue the billboard company for allowing defamatory content. They countered with the signed contract explicitly stating all content was approved by the purchaser, me, and factually verified. Then came the twist nobody expected. My ex from college, Heather, reached out. Saw the billboards. Remember when Jessica told me at that party that she'd upgraded from me to you? That I was a starter girlfriend and she was the forever model? Karma's beautiful. But the real blow came when Brittany, yes, Paris proposal Brittany, went public with her own story. Jessica made me feel horrible about my engagement for months, said my ring was embarrassingly huge and compensating for something. She actually created a spreadsheet ranking all our friend group's proposals and rings. She gave herself an A+ before Mitchell even proposed the first time. The spreadsheet leaked. It was something. Points for ring size, location, social media likes, estimated cost. She'd even calculated ROI, return on investment, for each relationship. I was listed as high potential, needs work. Final update. It's been a month. The billboards came down yesterday. Jessica tried one last play. She actually submitted an application to date me again. I'm not kidding. She sent a formal letter with her qualifications and growth mindset and lessons learned. Jake, my lawyer, framed it, called it Exhibit A in delusional thinking. The aftermath. Jessica moved to another state, apparently living with an aunt, working retail, trying to rebuild. Her Instagram is gone permanently after the spreadsheet incident. Her parents sent me a thank you card. Gordon wrote, "You did what we couldn't. She's getting therapy now. Real therapy, not Instagram therapy. Maybe she'll actually grow." The Children's Hospital sent me photos of the new playroom. There's a little plaque with my grandmother's name. That felt right. I ran into Brittany last week. She apologized for attacking me initially. I was so deep in Jessica's manipulation. She had us all competing, comparing, never satisfied. That spreadsheet was a wake-up call. My fiancée and I are in counseling, working through the damage she did to our relationship. Glad something good came of it. Oh, and Mitchell? That fourth billboard was genius. Though I heard Jessica tried to claim you stole the ring back illegally. She gave it back freely. I just chose what to do with my property. The whole thing's become a case study in my sister's law school class. Something about gift law and conditional gifts. As for me, I'm good. Better than good, actually. Learned some valuable lessons about red flags I'd ignored. About how someone can slowly normalize absolutely insane behavior until you think demanding multiple proposals is somehow reasonable. My grandmother would have been proud. She always said, when someone shows you who they are, don't propose to them twice. Well, she didn't say exactly that, but the sentiment stands. To anyone dealing with similar entitlement, you don't owe anyone a performance. Love isn't measured in Instagram likes or dollar signs. And if someone hands back your grandmother's ring because your Sunset Vineyard proposal wasn't gram-worthy enough, buy a billboard. Or 4. The truth costs less than a second proposal and lasts way longer than any engagement. Edit. Since everyone's asking, no, I'm not actually taking applications. That was just billboard humor. Though my DMs suggest there's a surprising market for guys who buy billboards instead of second proposals. Edit 2. The Children's Hospital reached out. Apparently, donations have increased 300% since the playroom story went viral. They're calling it the Jessica effect, when public entitlement leads to charitable benefits. Silver lining. Edit 3. Jessica's mom, Beth, sent me a message yesterday. Jessica's apparently been working with a therapist who specializes in social media addiction and narcissistic behaviors. She's not ready to apologize yet, still processing that her actions had actual consequences. But it's a start. I genuinely hope she gets help, just very, very far away from me.